Hello friends, welcome to another weekly top down analysis video on the gold and GJ. So as usual, we are going to start our analysis with the monthly time frame, and then we'll go down to lower time frames, weekly, daily, 4 hour and 30 minutes time frame. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So first of all, we are going to start with the gold monthly time frame. So as we can see, price is pretty much bullish, and as we can see, the last monthly candle closed bearish. Now, so basically we have two possibility here, because the last monthly candle closed bearish. So there is a pretty high probability price may come down to this support, and this support and more supports, if you look on the left hand side. But at the same time, because we have closed the last monthly candle bearish, but respecting this support, if we just mark this support, we can see that, okay, so we can see that the last monthly candle closed bearish, but respecting this support. So in that scenario, if the price find a support in this area, suppose a monthly candle close like that, then basically that will indicate the forms of the support at the previous support area. In that situation, there will be pretty high probability prices going to come up to not only retest these highs on the left hand side, but hopefully making a new high, right? And at the same time, as I mentioned, if we close bearish below this support, then there will be a pretty high probability price may come down to the support and more supports on the left hand side. So now let's go to a weekly time frame to see more details. On the weekly time frame, we can see that the price is pretty much bullish, because we are making higher highs and higher lows. So as we can see that we created a high, after that we came down, created low, which is higher than the previous low. Now we broke the previous high, created a higher high. So right now it will be great if price can come down, to make a higher low, and then keep going and maintaining this bullish momentum on the weekly time frame. So that is something we see on the weekly time frame. Also, if we look more closely, we can see that we have this support, and then there is another support. Now we can see that the last weekly candle close, weak bullish candle at the previous support. So now basically there are two possibilities. So if we have a strong bullish candle, so now if we have a strong bullish candle in this area, basically at a previous support, then there'll be pretty high probability price may come up to retest the previous highs, right? But at the same time, if we close bearish below the support, then the price may come down a little bit lower, as we anticipated earlier, to find support later on, and come up and retest the previous highs, right? So these are the possibilities on the weekly time frame. Now let's go to daily time frame to see what's happening on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we were bullish, but then we broke the market structure. So as we can see that we created a high, higher low, higher low. After that we created another high, and then as we can see, the price broke this previous higher low of this bullish market structure on the daily time frame. So basically we have broken the market structure on the daily time frame. So right now we are bullish on the daily time frame. At the same time, we can see that we have this resistance and we have this support. Now if we close bearish below this support, then there is a higher probability price is going to come down to the next support, this one, and this one, right? And at the same time, we can also anticipate, once we come down, make a low, then we can anticipate a pullback to this area. And if you find resistance in this area, we can keep going down with this bearish momentum on the daily time frame. At the same time, if we get a breakout to the upside, suppose if we get a breakout to the upside above this resistance, then price may go up to the next resistance, right? But at the same time, we can also anticipate a fake out here, because we know that the market structure is bearish at the moment. So if we get a candle closing bullish above this resistance, and the next candle close back into the range, basically we close below this support, then there will be higher probability prices going to come down to retest this low. So that is something we see on the daily time frame. And now let's go to the 4 hour time frame to find more details. So on the 4 hour, we can see that we were making high highs and higher lows. As we can see, we created a high, higher low, higher low, and after that we created another high. And right now we have broken the support and basically closed below. So if we mark this as a support, we can see that we have a candle close below this support. So now in this situation, so now if we get 4-hour candle basically closing above this resistance, basically closing back into the range, then there'll be a pretty high probability price may come up to retest the previous high. So that is something, one possible scenario. Another scenario is as we have already closed below this support, then there is a pretty high probability price may come down to the next support, which is right into these areas. So these are the two scenarios that we see on the 4-hour time frame. Now let's go to 30-minute time frame to find out more details and any intraday setup that we can see. Now on the 30-minute time frame, we can see that let's mark this support as well. This was the 4-hour support. As we could see, this was the 4-hour support, as we already mentioned. Now let's go back to 30-minute time frame. Now on the 30-minute time frame, we can see that price is bearish at the moment because we are making lower lows and lower highs. So as we can see, starting from the top, we can see that we created a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And after that, we can see that we have broken this strong support, 4-hour support, and right now basically created a low. So now if we can, basically if we come up to this strong resistance area, find some kind of resistance into this area, then we can look to take short to not only target this area, but maybe more, support on the left-hand side. And the same situation we anticipated on the 4-hour as well, because we already closed below the support. So like there is a high probability price may come down to the next support. Now the another scenario is, because we have already created a low. So now if we break this resistance, basically, the price break this resistance on the 30-minute time frame, create a high. And after that, we come down to this area and find support in this area. The same situation we also anticipated on the 4-hour as well. Basically, if we, close a 4-hour candle above this resistance, so in that situation, we can anticipate the price to go up. Now, in the same scenario, we create a high, and after that, we come down to this area, find a support in this area. Then we can anticipate to a long position here to not only target this high, but maybe more highs on the left-hand side. And, that can be a probability as well, on the 30-minute time frame that we can anticipate. So now let's go to GJ. On the GJ, we are going to start with the monthly time frame as well. Now on the monthly time frame, we can see that the price is pretty much bullish because we are making higher highs and higher lows. We created a high, higher low, higher high, higher low. After that, we broke the previous high. And right now the price is moving up. So we don't know, where is going to be this potential higher high. But, price is bullish. And, once we create a high, we'll be anticipating some kind of pullback to make a higher low and continue this bullish run on the monthly time frame. Now let's go to weekly time frame to see. On the weekly time frame, we can see that the price is bullish as well because we are making higher highs and higher lows. So as we can see, we created a high, higher low, high, high, higher low, and then we broke the previous high. And right now the price is moving up. So again, we don't know where is going to be the potential higher high. But after, once we create a high, we'll be anticipating a pullback maybe to, this recent broken area, or the price may make a deeper pullback, as a potential higher low to continue this bullish momentum on the weekly time frame. So we are bullish on the weekly time frame as well. Now let's go to daily time frame to see more details. On the daily, we are bullish as well. Again, we are making higher highs and higher lows. As we can see, we created a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then we broke the previous high. Basically, right now the price is moving up again. We don't know where is going to be the potential higher high, but we can anticipate a pullback once the higher high is done. We are going to anticipate a pullback on this daily time frame to make a higher low and continue this bullish momentum on the daily time frame as well. Right now, let's go to our 4-hour time frame to see more details. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see that the price is bullish because we are making high highs and higher low as well on the 4-hour time frame. We created a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then we broke the previous high. Basically, the price has created a higher high. So now we can anticipate a pullback to make a higher low and continue this bullish momentum on the 4-hour time frame. Right now, let's go to 30-minute time frame to see more details. On the 30-minute time frame, we can find that the price is pretty much bullish on the 30-minute time frame as well because we are making higher highs and higher lows. So as we can see, we created a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then we broke the previous high, basically created a higher high. After that, we came down. Right now we are consolidating in this area, but we can see that the price is pretty much bullish, right? So if we look a little bit more closely, we can see that we have this resistance. So as we have already created a high, so now if we get a 30-minute candle close above this resistance, basically we have this resistance, and if you get a 30-minute candle close above this resistance, that will indicate that the break of this resistance. And as we have already created a high in this area, so then it becomes a pretty high probability for the price to come up and reaches the previous high and hopefully make a new higher high on the 30-minute time frame. So that is something we see on the 30-minute time frame. But at the same time, I'm not looking for a short on the 30-minute time frame, because as we can see, the market structure is pretty much bullish on the 30-minute time frame, and all higher time frames are also bullish. I'll be looking for a short on the GJ only in a situation if the price comes down, basically break all these supports, create a low, and after that, if we come up to create a lower high of this new trend, then I'll be looking a position maybe in this area to not only target this low, but maybe more support on the left hand side. So that's it, guys. This was the analysis on the gold and GJ from the monthly to the 30-minute time frame. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you really did like the video, share the video and subscribe to the channel in order to support the channel and YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much. See you in another video.